What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and today I have a very exciting unpackaging to do for you guys today. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, October 23rd. I'm going to have a very busy week ahead of me. I actually get married in 5 days, this Saturday on the 28th. So just a lot going on right now, a lot of last minute tidying up things to do. Those of you who have gotten married before, it's a lot going on. I'm just, especially for my fiance's sake, she's been deeper into the whole planning process than I have. But I'm just ready to get married. I'm ready for all this, year and a half worth of planning it's wild. You plan so much and do so much and, spend a lot of money on basically like an 8 or 10 hour party for people. And I know for a fact that we're going to have a great party. We're going to have a great day. But yeah, just a little side note of what my week's going to be like. A little hectic, a little busy here and there. Like I said, last minute things, appointments, so on and so forth. But today is Monday, so you guys will be seeing this today, later tonight. I'll get it uploaded for you. And I have a very exciting, like I said, unpackaging to do for you guys. The unboxing knife is the Quiet Carry Eddie. Still need to do a full review on this. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I honestly carry this knife quite a bit. Little 20 CV blade. This thing is a fantastic, just, throw it in your pocket and kind of forget about it. Carry this a ton. But this package is coming in from Artisan Cutlery. And this is a, very specific knife that I have been wanting and had on my list for quite a while. Ever since I saw both Artisan and the designer of this knife post some videos and some prototype stuff on both of their Instagrams. And they finally dropped, I want to say, it's been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago they dropped. I didn't get it the day they dropped because I was trying to sell some stuff to get some other stuff in. I ended up using the knives, a couple knives that I sold. I ended up getting in the Silver CF Spiro Asher, and then I got this in. And you guys can already tell by the title and thumbnail, but this is the new Artisan Satyr. I'm not 100% how you pronounce it. But this is the newest design from Chris over at Cerberus Knife Works, or Cerberus, I think it's just Cerberus Knives. He does a lot of really cool Spyderco scales. He does Shaman scales, Para 2, Para 3. I think those are the main three that he does, but he does skinny scales. Micarta, he does ones with like really cool pivot collars and, milling and designs. He has a lot of them at like Rec and Knife Joy, I think, or not Knife Joy, Knife Center, different things like that. And then he also makes custom fixed blades in his spare time. I know him and Jacob Ginsberg over at Jacob Creates, who makes the Chickadee. They're good friends and they do a lot of work together. A lot of, not necessarily work together, but they kind of, work in hand in hand with one another where they're both making custom fixed blades. And I believe Chris's are called the RIOTT, so Riots. I don't know exactly what it stands for, but I see a lot of his models on his Instagram, and he makes some really cool stuff. I think he just put up like 8 or 10 new, kind of one-off models over the weekend. I really do like his design, so maybe in the future I'll try to snag one of them. And then he has also designed I want to say he's the mini, or the Arian and the mini Arian designer, which I've handled both the Arian and I had the mini. And I handled the Arian on pass around, and then I bought the mini for myself, I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago. I want to say he's the designer of those two. He has a couple other ones floating around, but this one in specific, which I'm sorry, I'm kind of rambling on. This one in particular just caught my eye, and I have been very excited for this one for probably quite a while. I even messaged him when he had some, I think he had a prototype in, and I messaged him and asked like what the ETA was on it, and he honestly didn't even know himself. So it's been quite a while, like I said, and I saw it went up, and actually it has a better blade steel than I thought it was gonna be. From my understanding, the longest time I thought it was going to be S35EN, which no shade on S35EN. It's still a good steel in today's standards, in today's world. Like I was still going to buy this knife regardless of what the steel was. But when I went to buy it, I saw the website got updated, and it's S90V, which is really cool. More and more companies are starting to use S90V now as their production steel, which is really cool. There we go. Couldn't figure out where the magnet was. So you get a box, then inside the box you of course get a pouch. You get some paperwork, a silica gel pack, a microfiber, and here is the knife. Oh, I'm so excited. It's in a little baggie. Ooh, I can feel the micro milling on this thing already. That was another huge sort of selling point or drawing point for me, was the amount of micro milling that they had on this. Put this here. Here it is, guys. So it's a pretty plain Jane knife, all things considered. It's just a plain, you know, titanium frame lock. But I don't know if my camera will pick up on it, but it has some micro milling over the whole frame and scale, and even on the pocket clip itself, which again, I don't know if my camera will pick up on it, but it's really, really fine, and it feels fantastic. Nice thin blade, or nice thin handles. Artisan Cutlery right there on the back spacer. Again, milled titanium pocket clip. It is only righty carry. It looks like it has a little bit of contouring to it. Hole for deployment. Give it a flick. Flies right out of there. Just look at that blade, guys. I want to say I looked at it on the website and it was like a stone polish blast or something like that, but it just has a really beautiful, it's very mirrory polish to it. Of course, the Artisan Cutlery logo. There is Chris, Cerberus Knives logo right there. Chris Ortiz, I think is his last name. There is 1852G, I don't know if that's the model number. And then S90V right there as well. Of course, it's a frame lock. Get a nice amount of lock bar access right there. Ooh, very nice drop. A little bit of blade play, but thumb flick. I'm liking this right away. And I can tell that, you know, it kind of has a very, I don't know how to describe the sound, but when you flick it open, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just has like a new knife sound kind of, and it's different than other new knives. But this thing feels great already. Really good ergos. You can kind of use this area as like a choke up point if you really need to, but even choked back, it's very, very comfortable. Again, it's a super thin knife, which is great for this size. I think the blade length is like 3.35, so a perfect sweet spot for my tastes. Just a really aesthetically pleasing looking knife. I love the small hole, and the blade comes down to a nice thin edge. And again, S90V is a fantastic upgrade over S35EN. Really good action. And like, I've only flicked this probably 20 times and it already has really good action. You know, it does need tightened up a little bit, but I think this is going to break in really smooth. All Artisan knives that I've handled before have had a really good, action. And I think this, feels like it's going to be right up that alley. But I love, I was a little worried about the hole kind of being small and pushed up towards top by the pivot, but I think it works really well. And I'm super happy with it so far. It's definitely living up to the hype that I had for it when I was, ordering it, and I've, had for it for like a year. Just a really, nice looking knife. And they actually had, in the prototyping phase, they had this with a front flipper. I like front flippers, but I'm really happy that they took it off there. It's just much more clean looking, much more, aesthetically pleasing. So I'm really happy with this one. I think it's gonna, get in my pocket a ton, and I can't wait to fidget with it for the rest of tonight. So that was my unboxing of the Artisan Cutlery the Artisan Cutlery Satyr, designed by Chris over at Cerberus Knives. I will leave a link to Artisan Cutlery's website down below, specifically to the Satyr if you guys are interested in it. And I'll also leave a link to Chris's website down below, or his Instagram, whichever has more information. His Instagram's a good follow too. Maybe I'll do both if I remember to do so, but definitely go check him out as well. So leave a comment down below. What are your guys' thoughts on this new model and Artisan Cutlery as a whole? I think they produce some pretty good stuff. I don't get a ton of stuff in from them. I've had, a few knives in on review, and I maybe have bought one or two from them. I've had a few CGRBs, which is their like Civivi company, how Civivi has Artisan has CGRB. And I've always been happy with them too. So I think this, for the price point that it comes for, which I'll talk about that in the full review. I think this seems like a really good, value and just an all-around great knife. So, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning, day, evening, night, whenever you are watching this. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.